Welcome to The Local Show, where what's news is not based on any traditions whatsoever. Today, we bring you the real top stories from the Boise community and from the Boise State campus. Our first top story tonight, parking. Because we know that you wish you were the only one driving. Parking here at Boise State has been debated and scrutinized, and the battle still continues. To University Drive we go, where some of the last remaining free BSU parking survives. We found 2 great parking spots not being utilized. This one here has a red curb, but as you can see, there's plenty of room to fit a little small car or shopping cart, whatever you're driving. This one, for sure, could save yourself a lot of money parking here. The next spot, at first glance, appears to be a loading zone, but if you look closely, the text marking the spot says loading zone. Boise State. S is their favorite letter. So if you get a ticket, you can just say, "Officer, what the F is a loading zone?" Our next top story tonight, Jehovah Tom. Oh, there's Jehovah Tom. If you're wondering who this guy is because you've never talked to him, don't feel bad, because in fact, no one talks to Jehovah Tom. But Jehovah Tom is Jehovah's Witness, and we talk to him, sadly enough. We discovered that you shouldn't talk to Jehovah Tom because he talks about Jehovah. But what's the weather look like for Jehovah Tom? To answer this, we go to Taka, our chief weatherologist that speaks English good. Taka, how you doing?
Good, thank you, Ben. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Thank you. Well, today, talking about weather. Today is April 30th, 2012. Here is Idaho. Well, I don't really care about Idaho, but here's Boise around here. McCall. I don't know what's up there. And there's a Great Lake right here. But now, it's been spring lately, but I thought it was been summer. But now, it's kind of cloudy and raining, and the thunderstorm coming from McCall. Clouds coming right here. And clouds also coming right here too. And you have to, cloud coming right here too. You have to watch out for thunder too. Thunder will be coming down from top to bottom. Here you have to watch out this area. But eventually, we'll go to Boise right here. So, if everybody thinking about going to walk around the park, well, you better watch out and get the umbrella ready. Yes.
Well, that sounds wonderful, Taka. Thank you. We understand
welcome.
you and the weather completely.
You're welcome.
Our next top story tonight, driving to Nashville. If you were wondering if the drive from Chattanooga to Nashville was beautiful, we have the information you need. The drive is, in fact, quite beautiful, as you can see. It's nothing like the drive to Nampa or Caldwell. As you can see, there are trees, big trees, and everything looks green and alive. We spoke with a few people in Chattanooga, and they say that the beauty has something to do with the voodoo priestess who is now a Black Elvis impersonator. But we can't confirm nor deny this. Could be anything else. Who knows? Moving along, campus gingers. Where are they? As you may have noticed, there are very few gingers around the grounds of Boise State University. Some think the admissions office is responsible for this racism, and some think that the disappearing gingers has to do with the second coming. But we asked you, the students, about gingers, and then edited out our favorite responses. Let's take a look.
Maybe they're just being bred out? Meaning, dominant genes like dark hair or dark eyes, or just when you have a redhead that marries someone that has dark hair, then you're going to end up with a child that has dark hair, just law of averages, over someone that has red hair.
Where do you think we would go? Wouldn't we all just die?
Aren't they dead? Some went to California, others just disappeared.
I don't think they would entirely die off yet.
I don't know, they just probably been lost with the genetic code over time.
This is kind of sad, but I don't believe it. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I don't know, I heard that like the sperm banks, like they don't even allow like ginger sperm anymore and stuff like that, so I think that like has a lot to do with it. A lot of people like don't prefer redheads, so that might have something to do with it, so it's just like a lack of want, I guess.
I think it's a dirty lie.
They're not really gone per se, but they're just scattered everywhere. And they're a rare bunch of people right now.
I don't think they'll be out of the country completely.
You think they'll still be here?
Yeah, I think there'll be 1 or 2 left in the world, but
It is a recessive gene, so the dominant traits usually
I would be sad if there were no redheads. I have a niece that's a redhead, and the thought of not having redheads out there makes me sad because she's so fun and adventurous and exciting and just a beautiful hair color in general. So
I think that'd be really sad, especially just to extinct out something just because it's not like preferred by people, just because you're not like tan and blonde haired. So
I'm not saying they don't matter. They're just people like everybody else, but it's just I don't know. It's just the color of the hair. It's like,
A little less red in the world.
I don't know. That's pretty far in the future. It's hard to say. What would happen if there were no gingers?
It'd be sad. It'd be really sad.
How did not one of those students suggest that a black Elvis impersonator was responsible? That's racist. Our next top story tonight, who are these student athletes, and are they being mistreated and or loved enough? With us is our blonde racist correspondent, Nicole Pineda. Hello, Nicole.
Hello, Ben. Thank you. We caught up with two of our outstanding athletes here at Boise State University to find out exactly how they juggle their work and athletic schedules. This is exactly how they do it.
Good morning and welcome to UTP Forum. I'm Nicole Pineda. This morning I am here with Fiona Leslie, who is going to talk to us a little bit about being an athlete here at BSU. Fiona, what sport did you play here at BSU?
I did gymnastics for 2 years.
Okay, awesome. And did you feel like there was more of a team spirit with your teammates, or was it a lot of competition between you?
More than anything, it was camaraderie. Like, really, competition didn't really exist between us. It was either you were in the lineup or you weren't, and no one held feelings against that. It was a very supportive environment.
Okay. And how did you manage to juggle your academic schedule and your athletic schedule?
I didn't really. No, my academic advisor would provide tutors if I needed, and honestly, it was a struggle, but I can probably take more academic classes without a sport, but still, I was able to do it full time.
Okay. And are there any classes that you are interested in taking, but you have a hard time getting into because they conflict with your athletic schedule?
More so, I'd say the timing of those classes conflict with me, but no, yeah, maybe there's some in the evening that you just don't get to take just because that conflicts with practice, but you make up for it in other ways.
Okay. And what advice would you give a freshman coming in to BSU who will be playing athletics as far as balancing all of those things and also possibly being away from home for the first time?
Right. Well, pretty much keeping in contact with their parents, really staying in the mental game, keeping in contact with their academic advisor, because that's crucial. They really keep you on track. And it's a really great resource that we have here at BSU. I highly recommend it.
Okay. And what would you say to the people who think that student athletes are given preferential treatment in the classrooms?
You know, it really depends. Honestly, it's kind of controversial, I know, but you know, it depends on the teacher, it depends on the athlete, and I'd like to think no, but it happens sometimes. It happens. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And we're here now with Shannon Jacobs, who is also an athlete here at BSU. Shannon, what sport do you play for BSU?
I run track and field.
Oh, cool. And what events do you participate in?
I'm a sprinter and a jumper, so I mainly run like the 100 and sometimes the 200, and I do long jump.
Very cool. And do you feel like there is more team camaraderie among your teammates, or is there more a feeling of competition among you?
I think it's a feeling of competition because track and field is just so competitive. Like, if you want to get to the next level, you have to practice the way that you want to run in the race. So, it's friendly, but at the same time, like, we're out to beat each other in practice.
Okay. And are there classes that you would like to take, but they interfere with your athletic schedule?
It's happened before a lot, but since I'm only a sophomore, I think that as I get older, like, I'll be able to take those classes because, like, our coaches do sometimes make exceptions. So.
Okay. And how do you manage to balance your athletic schedule with your school schedule?
They give us a binder, like a little notebook, and it has like all of our schedules and all of the classes that we have. And it really helped me to balance everything and figure out what I needed to do and just get all my work done in advance. So.
Okay. And what advice would you give a freshman coming in to BSU for the first time who will be competing in athletics and balancing school and balancing his athletic schedule, his or her, and also possibly being away from home for the first time?
I think it is important to talk to your parents, but also I think you need to think about things in perspective. Like, there might be a party going on tonight, but you do have to get this paper done, and it's just like ignoring all the distractions when you need to get things done.
Okay. And what would you say to the people who say that student athletes are given preferential treatment in the classrooms?
I think that there are definitely fans. Like, a lot of the teachers do admire us and they're interested in our sport, but I think it's really hard for us to make up a lot of the work that we might miss. So I don't think that we get treated any different because we do have to make up the same amount of work and do double time at times. So,
a special thank you to Fiona Leslie and Shannon Jacobs for taking the time out to talk with us. Back to you, Ben.
Nicole, you ever dated a student athlete?
I have never dated a student athlete, no.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's too much work. They're always playing games, is what they say, yeah.
Too much.
Thank you for the wonderful stuff there. Moving on, we bring you Bike Watch, day 392. Boise State students are still breaking the no wheels rule on the quad. Blatantly ignoring the posted signs, these troublemakers put pedestrian lives in grave danger. Even slow roller punks deserve a fine, some say. And this, in fact, only 3 people have been fined for breaking the no wheels quad rule, which leaves some people thinking about letting loose and rolling hard. Like this woman here, rolling her case through the campus very hard. If you see anyone riding through the quad, though, be sure to call McGruff, the crime dog, at 1-800-CRIME-STOPPERS. It could be that these wheeling people are protesting this high school caliber rule. With us today to talk Occupy is our bearded country correspondent, Colby Johnson. How you doing, Colby?
Well, I'm doing pretty good there, Benjamin. I'm here to talk to you about the Occupy Boise movement that we went down and checked to see if we could not call them out of their tents, and the only thing we got to come over to our calling was a 2-legged furry creature, and you'll see it in this video here.
So it looks like we're nearing the home base of the OWS camp.
Can you please explain to the viewers what the OWS stands for?
I believe it's Occupy Wall Street, and I don't know, my heart's pounding, Panther. My heart's pounding.
Well, this is a big day for us. If we can get some of these protesters out, I think we can make some money off their fur, their hide. All right, here with Randall and Panther here, and we're at the hibernation grounds of the protesters. If you look past this here, you can see where they're at. All right, Randy, you see them? You see where they're at?
I don't know. They be hiding, Panther. They be hiding.
Okay, so what our goal here is today is to see if we can't call them protesters outside. And what I'm going to have Randy here do is Randy's going to sit over here on one of these corners, and he's got his bag, his necessity bag. Go ahead and start pulling the necessities out. We're going to explain to the viewers why we got this stuff. All right, so go ahead, Randy. Show us what you got in your bag. All right.
Toilet paper.
Toilet paper. That's for Randy in case he's got to pop a squat in the bushes and he doesn't have any leaves. So that's for Randy. So go ahead and... All right, next thing.
Agua.
Oh, water. You can never go without water. Yes, good job, Randy. I didn't take it out.
Axe?
Axe. Well, the axe is just in case if they catch Randy and I got to chop one of them arm legs off or their teeth are in his arm and I got to protect him, get him back to the safety. And that's what the axe is for.
Okay, a little dangerous, but okay.
Yep, that's for your safety.
What else we got here?
Oh, that's what Randy's going to be doing. When he's on the corner, he's going to be making noise. And as we get our distance away from Randy and his his calling will like give you a test of what this noise is gonna be like. Oh, send away. That's for me. I don't want them to find out who I am. So when I pour that on me before I drive off, they'll never be able to find me. This is really what's dangerous about this whole situation is Randy's the bait, and he's gonna have his optics, the binoculars on him, and he'll be watching out for himself, just in case if I get too far out of distance. Are you ready, Randy?
Not really, but let's give it a go.
All right, let's give this a go. We got to decide on what corner is going to be the best corner to be in. We don't want you to be too close to them. So what we're going to have you do, Randy, is we're going to have you just stay on this corner over here, which I can't really read the sign too well.
It's West Jefferson.
West Jefferson, okay. Yeah. So you're going to stay on that corner. What me and the camera guy over here are going to do, we're going to go ahead and get in the car. And we're going to make a lap around you. And then we're going to be like, as we go around, we're going to come up on you, and that's when you start making your calling. You start calling. Okay. And then we'll be discussing from there. Go ahead and pull your walkie-talkie out of the bag. I forgot mine, so it ain't gonna do you good. Don't worry about it. All right, let's go, camera guy.
No, I don't like this. I say abort, man. I say abort, dude. Got a bad feeling.
Abort! Abort! Get going! Go! Ah!
Well, Benjamin, you can see from that video there, it was pretty dangerous, and Randy himself didn't want to stand on the corner too long. He thought he'd be too at risk.
Yeah, did you guys make it out of there okay?
Yes, we did. We actually went and had a hamburger afterwards.
Good old burger there.
Mm-hmm.
That was interesting stuff, Colby. Thank you. Thank you. And now we bring you yet another issue that has people up in arms. Smoking. Our local show Blonde spoke with several students this week. Nicole Pineda reports.
From UTP Forum, I'm Nicole Pineda. Over 126 million people are exposed to secondhand smoke every day. And even after the smoker leaves, people are still exposed to something called third-hand smoke, which is smoke that clings to the draperies, the carpets, the furniture. And that smoke contains carcinogenic agents such as formaldehyde, cyanide, and arsenic, all known to be cancer-causing agents. There is no risk-free level for non-smokers who are exposed to secondhand smoke. Everybody exposed is subject to the same diseases as a smoker. So today we are going out on campus to find out how people feel about this. Smoking has been banned from a lot of public places right now, and a lot of people feel that that's a great thing, but the smokers, in a lot of ways, feel like their rights have been infringed upon. So let's go find out what people have to say. Now that smoking has been banned in a lot of public places like parks and the Greenbelt and that sort of thing, do you feel, obviously it's good in that it protects people from secondhand smoke and the dangers of secondhand smoke, but do you feel that that's an infringement on smokers' rights?
I think so, to a point, just because smoking is legal for anyone over 18. So to a point it is kind of against their rights.
I understand the argument of it, but I definitely support the ban because I'm not pro-smoking, so I would prefer to have it smoke-free.
Yeah, I agree. We non-smokers have to go to the bars that we're smoking, and have to put up with the smokers the whole entire time. And now that we can actually go to bars where we don't have to go home and smell like cigarette smoke,
or
I think
people that have asthma and things like that.
Yeah, it's nice to be able to run on the Greenbelt and not have a group of people smoking and you get the puff of their
and then all of a sudden
cigarettes.
If they are restricted from smoking in certain areas, then it's kind of benefiting the larger portion of the community.
I don't really think that people in public places like in parks kind of like on the green belt should be exposed to smoke just because they're there to promote their own health usually. And if they're secondhand smoke there, they're not. You might as well just stay home.
I smoke. I'm generally not in a populated area enough where it would really matter.
Smokers should take in consideration that, hey, it's not like the whole city is banned. Like, just take in respect that there's only certain parts that are banned on smoking. There's only certain sections of downtown that says, please don't smoke from here to here. Like, it seems like it's so hard to just follow those little rules. Like, it's not like they're like, hey, when you step outside your house, you're not allowed to smoke. It's just certain parts of Boise.
Do you think that our country will ever move to try to establish some kind of laws to protect the children of smokers who are exposed to secondhand and thirdhand smoke in their homes?
Oh, I hope so.
No, it's too hard. And you can't go into someone's house and tell them how to live and how to like fold their laundry or what to eat. You can't do that.
No. I guess it's too numerous. There's just so much. It would cost a lot of money, and I don't even know what.
Boy, that was a lot of information about smoking. Glad I've never smoked that tobacco stuff. Moving forward, if you've been looking for a car to rent because you want to do some drinking and driving, we have the story for you. Zip cars! They're amazing. But how do you rent one? Our Irish correspondent Molly Miklos reports.
This is Molly Miklos reporting for UTP Forum. Today we're on the scene looking at zip cars. Now you might have seen zip cars on campus a lot, but do you know what they're about? Well, what they are is a program that allows you to rent a zip car for an hour or up to a day at a time. For an hour during the week, it's only $8, and you don't have to pay for gas or miles. And they do free maintenance, so you don't have to worry about keeping it up to date. But if you want to do it on the weekend, it's only $9 an hour, which is a great resource for people here on campus to use. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it is all about. And we're over here by the comm building, by the sub, and there's only one zip car available here, and it is the Prius, and it is a hybrid car. There used to be two over here, but I think they took it away due to demands not being so met. There is another car over by the Morrison Center, and it is a Scion XB. As well, there's only one over there too, so they might have taken them away because people aren't using them or don't know about them. And so like I said, what it is a great resource on campus for students to use who don't have a car. So you might be asking how you would use this car if there is no keys that you would access. What this is the zip card. Every time you want to go use your car, what you do is you come over here and you place the zip car just right on top of the keypad that is on top. And what that does is when you have a reservation, it allows the zip car to unlock it remotely from a satellite. And so that opens the zip car, and then the key is attached to the dashboard. And then you use the key, obviously, to turn on the car, and then you're ready to go, and you're ready to zip around. Now that you know a little bit more about the zip cars that are available on campus to students, you can sign up today. The zip car is available at zipcar.com to sign up, and once you sign up you get $35 free in hours to use towards your zip car reservations. This is Molly Miklos for UTP Forum. Back to you.
Thank you, Molly. That's hard news right there. And like Molly said, you can reserve either a Toyota Scion XB or a Toyota Prius and drive for $8 an hour or $66 per day during the week, and $9 per hour or $72 per day on weekends. Gas, insurance, and 180 free miles per trip are included. If you're interested in finding out how to reserve and get driving a zip car, visit zipcar.com and find BSU under the school campus listings. To conclude our award-winning coverage, we're going to leave you feeling warm and fuzzy. Squirrels. Everyone loves them, no one touches them. Our man Blake Dickens reports.
With the recent shortage of food on campus, squirrels have been forced to search elsewhere. Up in his second-floor office in the comm building, Professor Marty Most began leaving nuts out for the hungry squirrels to eat.
I used to have an office downstairs in this building. It was Communication 122, and there were always squirrels running around out there, and every once in a while I'd see one on my windowsill peering in. So I have a vague suspicion that somebody before me had fed the squirrels before I came along.
So you're keeping the tradition?
Yeah, and then, you know, I'd be eating lunch and I'd, you know, have a bread crust or something, and I'd stick it out on the windowsill, and pretty soon they started to show up. And, yeah.
Have you ever fed them by hand?
There are a couple that are tame enough that you can do that, yeah. After a while, you can kind of identify by a variety of marks, notches on their ears, or a patch of fur or something, which ones are which. But I think I would guess probably I get visits from about the same 5 or 6. So, you know, it's been my observation that Dexter doesn't seem to give a damn. Yeah, he will watch them. Every once in a while, if one of them is in front of the window he's in front of, he'll give this weak little cursory wave at them. Yeah, I guess to just remind them that they're rodents and he's a cat. But he poses no threat whatsoever to the squirrels.
He enjoys their company so much, he has a squirrel statue even in his office. Aren't those the cutest darn squirrels you ever did see? And thank you to Professor Most for making sure no squirrel goes hungry. Now back to you, Ben.
Boy, I know those were the cutest squirrels I've ever seen. Let's go to the weather and see how the weather's going to be for our furry little friends. Taka?
Yes. So I like to tell the thunder will move in like this, thunder. Can you see? All the river, thunders, Boise's. Yeah. It will go to the Greenland. And Greenland is my friends live there. But don't worry about thunders. Yeah. It will be sunny and shiny. And watch out for Boise. One last time. Oh, thunder. Forget about thunder. I just lied. It'll be sunny since tomorrow. You could go park and party and play frisbee.
I know that when I play Frisbee, I always want to have nice sunny days. I look forward to the next couple months. That's the news, folks. No reports on Mexican deaths or what BDI Beater is up to. Until next time, stay uninformed, stay unencumbered.